to Summit Sunrise. I'm here with the worldly traveler, Jennifer herself, in the studio. And tell me, first of all, the worldly traveler, where are you located?
Yes, 302 South Main Street, across from the Kenosha Steakhouse in Patagonia.
Okay, so over in Breckenridge.
In Breckenridge.
And so your shop, actually, before we even get into the shop, tell me a little bit about yourself and why traveling is so important to you.
The last few years, I was traveling mostly in Africa for my last job. I worked for a nonprofit. Prior to that, I worked for a U.S. government contractor, and I traveled around. And my mom was a flight attendant, so growing up, I traveled all the time.
Okay, so traveling is in your blood.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I've been doing it since I was a little baby.
Okay, so you have been practicing like the art of packing and all of that for pretty much your whole life.
I have the art of packing down.
Okay, now this now that we're kind of in the thick of the holiday season, I know that there's probably a lot of people out there that are just kind of like, you could use a little help, could use some tips. So tell me a little bit about what you brought in for us this morning.
Yeah, so I brought in some of our luggage lines. I carry these Rimowa hard side suitcases. These are the top of the line hard sides made from polycarbonate plastic, so they're virtually indestructible.
Wow.
And Rimowa is a German company. They were the first company to do hard side suitcases from polycarbonate, and they actually manufacture them in their own facilities in Canada and Germany, so they're very conscientious of quality. So that's why I stock these great suitcases. And then I have a range of Eagle Creek suitcases. This is one of my most popular ones that I've been selling, and it's got, this front part is actually a backpack that zips off. So you have your day bag attached to your carry-on, and it's a perfect. That's amazing. Yeah, it's really handy.
Wow.
And then I have these kids suitcases by Little Life. I have ladybugs and turtles in the wheelie duffels. And then for the backpacks, I have various different animals, as I like to follow her. And what's really cute about these is inside there's a little hood, so it's like matches the animal that it is.
Oh my gosh,
they're just adorable.
That is so cute. So they can actually wear the hood and wear the backpack at the same
exactly.
time. What a great idea. And I'm sure that there's probably a lot of people out there, maybe you spent Christmas with us. I know my family's kind of packing up today, and I'm sure they could use a little extra luggage to store some things in.
Yeah, I have some fold-away duffel bags made by Eagle Creek. So those are really handy if you bought too many things and you need to take them home.
Presents.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need an extra bag, so quick, easy thing to pick up.
Now, for people out there that maybe didn't get what they wanted this holiday season, or maybe they have some traveling coming up in the new year, you have some really cool gear here on the table. Let's talk about it.
Well, today I brought some of my survival gear. My last job, I worked for a nonprofit that supports refugees, so I was in a lot of refugee camps all throughout Africa and Haiti. So I really believe in emergency preparedness, especially now that it's winter. You should have your car winterized and have a first aid kit and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not REI, but I do carry some essential things I think that are essential. This is a traveler's medical kit.
Oh,
so
wow.
if you are going, say, on safari in Tanzania, that seems to be a popular thing that people come into my shop for. This is something you would want to have because medical facilities in a lot of the world are not very good quality or they're not easily accessible.
Okay.
I have this little survival tool, Survive Outdoors Longer. It's got a compass and a knife and fire starters and things like that. And along with that is the National Geographic Complete Survivors Manual. So you can learn about, making fires and outdoor hazards and safety tips.
Interesting. Okay.
Also spending a lot of time in Africa, I'm very conscientious of water and having clean water and how precious water is. So I have some Steri pens, which are UV light water purifiers. So you just put it in your water bottle, turn it on for the allocated amount of time, and it kills all the germs and bugs in your water. And if you don't want the UV light, I also have filtered water bottles. So you put the water inside the bottle, and then it goes through the filter before it comes out the spout. So,
wow. So these are great ideas, even if you're not necessarily traveling internationally, but if you're going to be doing a lot of backpacking or hut trips and things like that here in Colorado, these Steri pens, I got to tell you, they are so easy to use. And what's nice about them is that you don't kind of get the funky taste that you get with tablets sometimes.
Right, exactly. So and you don't have to wait, like a tablet, sometimes you have to wait 30 minutes
or 4
4
hours or something
This
like
is 30 seconds, you turn it on and you've got clean water.
Awesome.
I also carry a range of maps. I just brought the Breckenridge one, but I have National Geographic graphic adventure maps for different countries. So if you're interested in going to South American countries, or I picked some of the countries that I'm interested in going.
Sure.
That's kind of how I chose. But I also have local maps. So this one's Breckenridge. I've got Leadville,
Awesome.
Georgetown, Frisco, some of the local communities. And they're waterproof, tear-proof, so they're good handy trail maps if you ever
Yeah.
get to spend some time outside.
Right, definitely for
Yeah.
some of those camping adventures. Maybe start plotting some of your spring or summer plans already.
Right, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. So again, you're located right on Main Street in Breckenridge.
Yeah, right on Main
and
Street.
right across from Kenosha. Now, tell me about your hours right now.
Right now, I am doing 11 to 6, but as the season's changing and more people are coming into town, I'm flexible with the hours. So
Okay.
11 to 6 are the standard hours, but
Okay.
you might catch us later
Okay.
some nights. Yeah.
That sounds good. And then if people wanted to get in touch with you, let's say they're leaving, to go back home today,
Sure.
how would they find out more about you?
The worldly-traveler.com is the website.
Okay.
Traveler spelled with 2 L's.
Okay.
Or my Facebook page, which is Facebook/The Worldly Traveler.
Okay.
Probably the easiest ways to get information and find out more. And you can see in that picture there, I got my new sign out front, which is
Yeah.
really exciting. It's a
Little
big
suitcase, is that
3D suitcase sign made by House of Signs in Frisco, and
Wow.
it's great. I love it.
That
So-
looks awesome. Okay, and why is Traveler spelled with 2 L's?
Because I went to university in the UK for 5 years actually, and I had to write all my essays in British English, and that's how they spell it.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. I love it. I love hearing all your travel stories.
thank
but
you.
obviously, if you need anything travel, stop on in, see Jennifer over at the Worldly Traveler right on Main Street in Breckenridge. And thank you so much for
Thank
coming in.
you.
It's
I
always a
appreciate it.
pleasure having you here. We have more coming your way, including Watch and Win, so don't go away.